All right, let's get started. All right. Where are we? Okay. That's audio and stuff here. All right. Good. Okay. I think that works. Let's see. Code. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Post tomorrow? Oh, post after tomorrow. That means after tomorrow. Okay. What else? Cool. Oh yeah. Got my status line with Claude Code again. That's awesome. Any upgrades? I think no. Fix type checkers. Okay. So, let's get going. Let's see. Where will I get started? I guess I'll get started here and here. Okay. Let's keep going on Chatfield. Chatfield is both Python and TypeScript API library to run either on the server or a browser to more or less to collect a form field by field like this through a conversation rather than through a graphical user interface. And so, I've been working recently on, it's basically still not released, but to kind of prove its value, I want to show it working for web forms and PDF forms as well. And we've been working on PDFs. So let me just dive into that. Let's go to the journal entry for November 1st for the other day when I worked on some, actually I worked on a ton. I remember now. Let me like pause and like cough. Actually, I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna blow my nose. I'm going off camera to blow my nose. Okay. And then I can revisit this Great, I'm back. Okay, so this past Saturday was awesome. Was super awesome. Let me pull up the changes. Super awesome. I'm really happy. Although definitely not done with the PDFs yet, but there's a couple reasons for that are really good. This really strengthened a lot of the kind of foundation. Let's see, what do I want to see? I just want to see some files changed. This is so awesome. Look at this. I noticed this. This file changed so much. I went through this thing line by line like multiple times, and it changed so much that it's like GitHub says, you don't want to see that whole diff, do you? It's so big that that GitHub doesn't display it by default. I more or less rewrote this line by line. Yeah. This is the fields.md, right? Forms.md. Yes. Forms.md. I'm gonna cough a little bit. So, I'm super happy with all that work, and that was only one area of it. In fact, let's go back. Let's like stay on track and check the journal. So, the big thing is to get PDFs working. What I found is that PDFs tend to have form names which are not identifiers. And what that means is this is a valid variable or field name in Pydantic specifically. Pydantic, if you have a class and it's got a class foo and it has a field bar or it has a property bar or something like that, bar, B-A-R, that is valid. But meanwhile, page, angle bracket, something like this, page 0 sub paragraph. I don't know how it worked. Something like that. This is sort of the kind of syntax that PDF is doing. And I think that's good. In fact, I think arbitrary UTF-8 strings, let's say, should be valid. Arbitrary Unicode strings should be valid field names. And so, obviously, JSON UTF-8 encoding is going to be super easy to support all that. It's all going to work out of the box. And so I did some work on using bracket notation to get field values. In other words, in this example here, we say, we just say trip dot destination. So that's the user's response about where is the destination. But you can also, now you can say trip like this, trip angle. Just exactly like, whoops, oh, I messed it up. Just exactly like JavaScript or TypeScript to use this square bracket notation. So that is not shipped, but that's ready now. And then the rest of it was this massive PDF form filling skill. Everything else is kind of secondary. Yeah. Oh yeah, what was this error? There was some error that my field names... Why was I working on that? Let's go look at that. Why did I change my field names for the LLM? Oh, I remember. No. This is not for the LLM. I was looking at it at the LLM, but I ultimately realized that the bug was with Pydantic with these identifiers. That's what it was. Yes, I remember. So what we should have now is any field for a form. You could have a field with any kind of name here, such as the page square bracket type of thing, which PDFs are using, and it's all going to work. And so, so what's my plan for tomorrow? We got to get Python field names into TypeScript. Yes, none of this work I've done on TypeScript yet. It's all been in Python. Okay, awesome. Let's go look at that. Turn myself on here. So, oh, I see session title. Oh, I see what I did. I was supposed to complete this every time. Oh, we're into Chrome extensions. Oh, I was super close on a Chrome extension before I got sidetracked or like more interested in PDF. Yeah, I'm definitely more interested in PDF for sure. And then furthermore, not even PDF, but just images. Computer vision, you might say. Okay, copy all the Python work. With that done, the goal is a photo. So, okay, let's run, I don't know about, I feel like it's way too janky. Didn't I have, oh, I remember. I had problems with the underscore done method. That's right. Yeah, it's just like way not robust enough. And then as a developer, there's kind of no way for me to stop it. Like, for example, I was thinking if you kill, yeah, I remember exactly what I wanted. Look at the, what is that? Python / what is that? Server? Chatfield / server. Okay, I know two things I want to do. Mm-hmm. Let's see. The server CLI. No, I think that's good, actually. The server CLI is good. No, I think that's in good shape. What I want to change is server / so what do I want to change? What I want to do is I want to make it to where you can kill it. Let's just start here. ._done is not evaluating true when it should. So as a start, could we add a signal handler or shutdown handler to the server CLI so I can easily kill it and it will continue, like it will print that final pretty print. Okay. I do a lot of could we. I don't like asking it questions. I like telling it instructions, but okay. Weird. Totally. Okay. Perfect. Yes. Signal number. Yeah, perfect. Just Unixy. Okay, great. Is that working? I see the done property checks if all fields are not none. Let me check how fields. Don't fix my bug. Are you going to fix my bug? Interesting. Line 737 in interviewer.py. Did it find it? It might have found it. Let's go look at that. I haven't read the interviewer code in a while. I would love to go back into the interviewer code. Life was simple when it was interview code. That's the dev and the ops right there. Interviewer is dev. Everything is perfect. Everything is pure. Everything is like theoretically perfect, relatively speaking. So then what did it say? Line 7, what did it say? 737? No. Process update to, oh yeah. No, it absolutely is. Yeah. Yeah, that is exactly perfect. That is exactly the correct. This is literally the one line of code where all values are set. Ultimately. Cool. So what's it thinking about now? Okay. What are you doing? I was just expecting a quick little conversation. Okay. When the LM provides, it builds an all values dictionary and then sets the value to all values. Oops. Okay. I don't want to read its thinking, I think. Yeah, I don't want to read the thinking unless I have to. The thinking, in fact, I feel like there's a bug. I don't want to see the thinking. Right? I guess I do. I guess I don't mind. Let's balm it up here. Okay. Now I see. Oh, did it find the bug? If the LM provides an empty response or a response without the value key, the field gets set to an empty dictionary. Oh, no, that is not the bug. This is not. Oh. No, you did not. Okay, let's go read it. There's I guess, a non-zero probability to fix a bug. I think it's extremely unlikely. Done is returning false when it should return true. It is not returning true when it should return false. So this is this is just wrong. This is just wrong. Okay. Let's go find it. I think something's wrong. Oops, stop it. Interview.py. Oh, yeah, let's look at the diff actually after. Yes. Okay, app.py. This is good. I think this will be, I can check this in. handler. Okay, right. Signal.signal, right. So this registers a signal handler in the what is it in the I guess in the Unix operating system. So it's gonna say call these functions. Handle shutdown. Cool. So sigterm and sigint, signal 2 and signal 15. Is that correct? No. Unix. Sigint. And 15? Oops. Stop it. Sigterm. Cool. Yeah, so those are your two signals. I don't remember. I think when you press Control C, you tend to get SIGINT, if I recall correctly. Okay. So this is, I mean, now that everything's kind of Dockerized, and I mean, these still exist and run, but it's a little bit, this is really for development for me, not really for anything real. Okay. You don't really see Unix signals used any much. Usually people jump straight up to like Kafka or an event system or a message bus or something like that. Okay, so receive signal shutting down. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Current session.get results. Oh, does it have to track a current session or something? Is that the point? Oh, global current session. Okay. Where's that current session? Starting interview. Oh, that's been in the code base. So the current session is why? If not current session, no active session. Whoa, they took a lot of trouble to have a global variable to literally have only one session per. I mean, wow. Yeah, this thing literally could not run two sessions at the same time. I wonder if that's good or bad. That's kind of interesting. It takes a lot of work to build this up, but okay. All right, so anyway, so that current session is I've never seen, usually you just start writing fast API or Flask handlers and you don't worry. And then you store your session you do it properly. You store your session in the state of the HTTP client or like cookie or whatever, or API key or anything like that. Okay, whatever. Okay, so I'm basically happy with this. Let's just check this in and keep going. Whatever. Okay, so, oh, yeah. Actually, let's make it, I'm going to make it do slightly more change. Let's check it in since I already started. Okay, but then the next change that I want to make is I need to, so let's see. Updated _ done. I think that's fine. Okay. Update the, was that CLI? No, app.py. Wait, app.py? Shouldn't it be the CLI? Actually, that's a good point. It should be in the CLI. You shouldn't put signal handling. Whoa, is that signal handling? Yeah, this is really bad. You don't want to register signal handlers at the top level of a module. Now, you don't want any side effects at the top level of a module. Importing a module should never have side effects, or that's the exception. You know, it's the rule rather than the exception. Okay. CLI, and also that the same code runs whether for graceful exit versus kill versus a signal. Same function runs that displays the horizontal lines and output. The only difference is one log message saying the signal saying, what is it? Sig under sig term. All right. I still can't believe that thing interrupts you and asks if it's doing any good. It's outrageous. There must be a way to disable it. I remember Googling it. I have it on stream. Everyone's saying, like, are you joking? This is absolute amateur hour. To have a serious tool like this for a professional like use case and extremely like the recurring fees, that's $1,000 annual recurring revenue per user. It's just more than that. It's so much money. No, what am I saying? It's $2,000. Yes, it's $2,000 per year per user. It's extremely expensive tool. And to pop up and say, am I good, is so antithetical, is so bizarre. I've said before, I've had a couple of moments where I've said, oh, I see. It seems like there's a lot of good engineers and maybe fewer people or less focus or less priority on like occasionally there's some really unthoughtful, there's some thoughtless or some really like prosaic, uninspired design that I've seen occasionally. Okay. But that one is just like hitting your foot with it, shooting yourself in the foot. Just absolutely. I can't believe. I would expect every user to be outraged by that interruption of say, how am I doing? And then I answered it in a nice way the first time. And the second time it popped up, it's the follow-up that I've already answered that thing before. It's absolutely crazy. I think it's different from the UI in ChatGPT where it says like, which one of these do you want? Or do you want a thumbs up or thumbs down? It's totally different. I'm trying to get work done here. Okay. So anyway, all right. Yes, exactly. Move it over. Okay, did you do that? Let's go look. That's exactly what I want. Okay. So what happened? Did it restore it back to normal? What is this app.py? Print interview results. Sure. I see what's happening. So the app has this. Oh, this is how you check if it's done. Wait, where's this done variable come from? Oh, yeah. Okay. So this done is here. I see. Okay. I want more changes. I want the app to have nothing like super like developer oriented or like debugging specific. For example, checking for a conversation being done should be in the CLI, right? What does the CLI do? Let's go read the CLI. Am I crazy? Yeah, the CLI should have the signal handler. Interview results. Yeah, exactly. And then you handle the signal. Inside main, fine. You pass the signal. Why? Why are you passing the signal? This is terrible. Why is it so bad today? Flush. Right, we're shutting down. Yes. Why are you... Okay. Get the name, fine. Print interview results is fine. I don't want the signal name. Am I just obsessing about, for example, or how about this? Wait, does the server print could it just return the key object and then the CLI can run pretty print or whatever it needs? Basically, it just needs that interview object. What else? Anything else that the app is doing? Handle shutdown. What is this? Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember. Why does the server even need to print or to check for done state? Oh yeah, I remember. So I wanted to see, does the CLI, because what happens, the CLI might just kick it off. Yeah, the CLI just kicks off this unicorn.run, and then it doesn't do anything else. Right. The CLI has like no intelligence. The CLI is just a little entry point, but I like the shutdown being in the CLI. Okay, so then what that means is, whoops, where's my diff? Checking for done. Oh, that's why it killed itself. Right. Print interview results. This is unicorn.run. Maybe I'll ask it. Is it because the CLI has no access to Chatfield like objects? Chatfield like. So then, what's my point? Related, is the server shutdown idiomatic or hacky? It starts a, what does it do? It starts a, what the heck does it do? Where does it do that? Yeah, async IO. It creates an async IO task, which, right, what's that shutdown server? Shutting down server. Sends a Unix kill. Yeah, sig term to itself, to its own PID. Is there any proper way for the server to exit, for the CLI to get some final object, and for the CLI to get some final object? Let's try it. I think I may be going I think this may not be good, actually. I think this may be a bad idea. Let me read it. Okay, yeah, let me read it. I'm not sure I'm loving this. I think I may just need more coffee and need to get good here. And then this is a secondary system, so I don't want to spend too much time this morning getting this server working. But what I want is, the problem is, I think I have a subtle bug. This _done is going to be a tough bug. It feels tough because it's so simple and it's going wrong, and I don't know. Well, is it simple? It's simple conceptually, but what's going wrong is it's checking for null. It's checking for values existing or not existing, being set or not yet set. And there are these little proxy objects, and then they're different implementations in both languages. Python is subclassing. Yeah, Python's proxy object is a string subclass because subclassing string is super easy in Python. And TypeScript is doing a proxy object because subclassing string is not possible in JavaScript. That's part of the reason JavaScript's super fast, incidentally. It's optimized. Those strings are super optimized. And that's part of the reason Python's a machine learning and data scientist tools, because those strings are super flexible. So, oh my God, you brought back your new lines. Okay. Why are we printing? Why are we printing? What are we doing? What is this? So we're moving it to the CLI. If app.current session. Oh, awesome. Super easy. Yeah. So this is the printer. It just pulls the current session out of the app. Wonderful. Very easy. Okay, nice. Okay. os.kill was indeed hacky. It's removed. The server no longer auto shuts down. When you press it, yeah, exactly. The CLI catches that Control C and just terminates. Wonderful. Fine. Let's see what a clean exit looks like. Show me a clean exit. So app.py should have got simpler. I should see red commits here. Yes, good. Thank you. Red commits. Good. I like red commits. Okay. Good. Include the results. I don't know. Wonderful. So no more printing in the server, in the app. Okay. Good. I'm basically happy. Let's check that in. I just want this to, I want to start using this. I don't want to debug it. Okay. What else? Oh, not bad. Oh, this is, hold on, this is interview. I don't want to read it yet. Okay, right. So signal handler. And then what is this? I see. It imports the whole module. Print interview results with a reason. Sig int, sig term. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. So it's going to say, why is it going to print that reason? Where's that reason? Where's that reason? Where is that? Come here. Reason. Oh, at the very end. Oh, else. No active interview session. Reason. That's it? I can't read this. Hold on. I can't read this. Go back to CLI. Come here. Yes, come here. There. Okay. Oh, at the end, pretty print output, interview. Cool, I see. We'll do this. We'll say, oh, this is print. No, I don't want a dang reason in my printer. Yeah, let me make Claude Code do it. I'll make Claude Code do it. Perfect. Next step, the print helper should not care about a reason. Right, so what is that? If I say, come here, print underscore, what was that? Oh man, I can't type, can't do anything. Print interview results. Yes. No, let me start closing files. I can't. Interviewer, don't care. And then here's my app.py. Yes, here's my server. Perfect. Perfect. Now let's go back to the CLI. Okay. Now, first of all, I don't like this. Jeez, this is super bad. Why are we doing this? Okay. 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 Stop it. Whoops. There. Okay. Just bothering me. Okay, next. Uvicorn. From .app. Yeah, let's also import this. We don't need to do that in the main function. That's bizarre. Okay. So we'll import app. Correct. Let me just tell it. Let me just see if this thing will easily be able to restore it back if I like saved an old version or something. System reminder. Ooh. Imports move to top. Whoa. Yes, the linter moved imports to the top, good, but it removed the function I added. Yeah, somehow I must have saved it after this thing edited. That's exactly what I did. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So edit. There we go. Let's see. Print. There it is. It's back. Okay, good. My language model just saved me from a sloppy mistake. That was awesome. Okay. If app.current session. So why is it freaking out about this? I wonder if that's a thing. It's a global variable, right? Now, wait a second. Okay, I think I see app. This is wrong, right? Yes, this is wrong. Okay, I think it's using the wrong app. I think it's importing wrong too. It changed that importer. I think I overwrote that as well. It can fix it. I'll make it fix it. Where's awesome. Yeah, exactly. I think. Yeah, exactly. App.app, that's fine. Mm-hmm. Or we could change it to web.app or something. Right. App.app is fine. I don't care. It's simple. It's simple. Mm-hmm. Right. And then you can have app. And the reason is you don't want to import that variable directly. You got to import the parent so that you can reference it because it's going to be overwritten. You gotta like, you got that dot is extremely important. That dot is a lookup. That dot is a lookup basically by string or something like that for this current session. And you have to do that dynamically. You have to do that right in the moment when you need that, because this object is going to change at least from null to not null the first time it runs. And then this is okay. I think that's finally enough. I just basically wanted it enough to I want to just kill it and have it pretty print the state of the object. That's basically all I need. So I think we're good. This is urecord run. The signal handler is in the CLI now. So if I go back to my diffs, I should see a bunch of red. Good. App.py remains good. So let's just, that's awesome. And then the CLI. Yeah, this is cleaned up a little. We've got the printer. It still has its reason, but whatever, don't care. The signal handler. Oh, okay, yeah, final change. Be print results function. It was already logged in the, what is that? Signal handler. Perfect. No hands. I just think it's fascinating. I think about this question every day. What is the speed up? And my baseline that I'm comparing these language models to is IDEs, is like the dominance of IDEs in like the late 90s, 2000s. There was like a raging argument for a while about like, are they good? And the answer is yes, they obviously are. There's not using an IDE is an exception rather than the rule. It's perfectly good reasons to do it in various circumstances, but the basic idea is you want an IDE to, especially for the deep development part of the process, less so the ops, but good. Like, I guess I could have moved that code out faster. Frame, what is frame? Whatever. Okay. Perfect. Yes. Okay, we'll take it. And then what is all of this? Oh yeah. Or like upon exit, not upon exit really, upon something like that. Now, one other thing, what signals are you able, oh, it can send anything because it can run a kill function. So let's test it. Run the server in the background. Wait, run the server in the background and then wait like 10 seconds and see if you can kill it and determine whether it printed the proper messages to standard error, right? Okay, I'm going to make it run. I'm going to make it backgrounded. Totally. So that runs background. I guess that's okay. There it is. There's its PID. Okay, perfect. So it's got a PID. So we're going to sleep 10 seconds and kill. I wonder if that's the right signal. It'll probably be one of those two, SIGINT or SIGTERM. Because in the Claude Code skill, I'm basically going to tell, no, I won't. I'm just going to tell it to do it by hand occasionally. I don't know. No, I have to fix that _done bug. It's annoying. And then do I have traces? I don't know if I have traces. I think the Langsmith tracing is going to help a lot. No active interview session. Perfect. Standard out is empty. Perfect. Good. The server. Wait, what are you doing? Why are you doing it again? A more complete test where we actually start an interview. Oh. So wait, stop. No, don't curl it. Let's do this. I'm going to kill my browser and run. Hold on. Chrome. I'm going to run the Chrome with the debugger. And then I'm going to say, what is it? Playwright. All right. Let's see if this works. Oh, does it? Oh, yes, of course it does. Playwright MCP. We're going to be talking about Playwright MCP for years. Playwright MCP is just the thing that's so interesting is they put so much work into it years before, the LLMs hooked in. So they were just absolutely like, my mental model is, like poking a hole in the ground and a bunch of oil shoots out, like the cliche. Oh, did it kill it? Open tabs. Yeah, I don't care. You better not close that tab. Don't close that tab. Uh-huh. Wait, what are you doing? This is exactly what we wanted. Verify if the server is dead. Oh, awesome. Close the Playwright browser. Oh, don't close the Playwright browser. Oh, I see. That's interesting. I wonder if it's if MCP does that or what. Cool. Okay. So let's go read it. Okay. We got the server. We used Playwright. We did John Doe. It collected the name, but it's still waiting for email. So then we sent a SIGINT, and it caught and it printed it out. Wonderful. Very good. Very good. I'm going to ask it a quick question. Inserting a blank space between the fields. Example. Oh yeah, no, it saw that. This should be easy to fix. I feel like Python used to work. I have all this old video of pretty printing looking pretty. I bet it finds this bug. This empty string name lines.append proxy.pretty. Okay. The bug was on lines 323. It was unconditionally appending, which returns an empty string if there are no transformations to display. Oh, interesting. I probably had a transformation on every field. Ah, okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's just check that in. Oh, that's perfect. Please check TypeScript as well. And because it's pretty printing and it's used for developers, it's not like unit tested or anything. We're going to skip TDD. Yep. JSON.stringify. Yes, read the complete _pretty implementation. The same bug. It unconditionally appends it. Thank you. Same bug on line 196. Const pretty. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And it got my. Oh, you know what I want to do? Let's do this. Or okay, no, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Okay. I'm getting sick of that syntax, like the sloppy syntax in TypeScript. Okay. This is awesome. This is a tiny little bug. Let's check that in. Pretty, yes. What is this? _done. We don't care. Why is this in here? Oh, this was the change that it made that I don't believe is right. Let's keep going. Interviewer.ts. TypeScript. Done. Good. Let's check that in. That's good. Bug fix to pretty print. When are no transformations, right? Go. Okay. Wonderful. So now, what is it saying? Let's just read this. Just the fact that the problem is, if it's a dict, it must have a value key. The problem is the thing was never returned. Let's just go do. I think the thing to do is just go and do the do the W9 again. Return all. Value is not none for value in all values. So he's just saying not none. Seems like that would be right. Seems like that's the right logic, although I have a bug somewhere. But this is a massive like UX bug though, because if the thing won't exit and proceed to the next step, it just completely blocks the pipeline. So I don't think this is right. Is valid value. So I don't think that's right. So let's do this. Let's take this code. We're going to keep it. And then we're going to comment all that out, save it. That's what we're going with. I want to restore it back and reproduce the bug. Let's just go reproduce the bug. Let's clean up some stuff. Close some code, close the code, close the code, close it, close it, close it, close it. Okay, close it. Okay. Let's just go reproduce that bug real quick. Okay, so if I refresh, this should be killed. Good. And then let's just go run it. Python. Do I have any? Whoops. Python. Okay. Chatfield server. Right. Okay. And then what is the interview object? Name and email. I think I want I know what I want. Let's just go make it do it. So I'm going to exit this, start over. I don't know why. And I'm going to say use your PDF skill to complete the F. So where's that file? I think it's Python/examples, right? Yeah. /PDF. Oh. PDF form. However, once you have generated the proper, what do you call it? Interview.py file. Okay. See, this is my hypothesis. This is why Claude Code's nice. I can just, rather than having to code anything, I can say, oh, would you please run the pipeline and just stop at some point? And I think it will. I think it will. I think it totally will. My problem in my code base right now is it's got a bug, and not only has it got a bug, but I can't really stop it and investigate. I could run the full debugger, which I'm probably going to have to do, which is extreme. That's like literally halting the program. A lot of stuff, especially with all the asynchronous and event-driven stuff, debugging brings its own like uncertainties or risks. I mean, it's typically awesome, but the thing is, when you run a debugger, you stop and you don't handle events, and so they may start arriving in an order that's not what you typically see in production or when you're running full speed. Anyway, for this, it's fine. Yes, perfect. So, cool. Good. So now that I've got my interview file made, wait, what? 910? Can't be right. Oh, whoa, that's wrong. Whoa, that's wrong. No. Whoa. Let's see if it worked. That's actually going to work. It did it wrong. It created the wrong file, but that's okay. I was just bragging about how brilliant this thing was, although that's pretty close. That's kind of close. Okay, so let's try it. Server.cli. Woo. .env. Sure. Is that going to work? Has no attribute optional. What? Field cardinality? What? Optional is not a thing. Interesting. What is this dot optional? Whoa. Okay. Let's go read. Did it even use the skill? Did it even use the Claude Code skill? It'll tell it. Yeah, PDF skill. Locate it. Create an interview.py file. So that so maybe the skill just has a bug. Let's just go and read the skill. vim.claude/skills/form. No, yeah, PDF form. Yeah. So interview.py, right? First, read the file. Next, edit. Geez, I mean, it's extremely clear. Edit from the from this software project root, right? Python/Chatfield/interviewer, right? Oh. Yeah. Oops, why does it say edit? Edit Python/Chatfield/server/interview.py. Python/Chatfield. Yeah, I mean, it could not be more clear. I don't know how to define that form as a chat by editing. Yep. Why did it edit the wrong file? That's bizarre. I think if you let it run, though, it would correct that. And the fact that it's in Git, it could revert it out. That's insane. All right, let's just make this tiny. I don't know if this is relevant. That's totally weird. Okay, so what is that? Part 4, part 2? Okay. Where did you learn about the .optional call? Tell me all places in the source code and documentation, all files, .optional. I think it's just like hallucinating or something. Sonnet 4.5. I'm glad I have my status bar. I would have thought it's like a bad language model. Optional is not a thing. Yeah. Optional doesn't appear to be defined. Totally. Right. Yeah, I mean, the only optional would be to like a choose any, right? Where you could have 0 or more choices from a set, though. Yeah, exactly. I think this thing's just hallucinating and wasting my time. So now we're on like negative, now we're in the red. This thing's like wasting my time on .optional calls. Yes. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, I know what I want to do. I think we should update the forms.md documentation to say that when like a PDF form has an optional field, that just becomes a part of .dsc or .hint. And there must be no like validation there, and no validation rule should, you know, improperly fail, but there is no, otherwise there is no explicit .optional call. Can you please update like all relevant project documentation where that short but key point is needed, especially the Claude Code skills in .claude / what is it? skills / PO. Chatfield does not currently have a way to do it. I apologize for the error. Yeah, no kidding. Well, because you've apologized, I guess it's okay then. Okay. I'll update the relevant documentation. I think we don't need it in the project documentation. We need it in the PDF skill, but let's just let it burn some tokens. Let's make it work a little penance. A little penance. I need to be careful. I don't want to feel like a god over this thing. I need to maybe be careful with this penance language. Let it get to my, let it go to my head. Okay. So what are we doing? Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's going on? Note. Chatfield.md. Optional fields. Chatfield does not have an optional method. Right. Yes, exactly. As maybe. These are the only built-in optional cardinality, right? For non-choice fields that should be optional, describe as optional in description or hint. Yep. Avoid strict validation. Yes, exactly. And the LM handles optionality naturally based on your description. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know what I was doing. Now I have some notes. I wrote a bunch of notes to myself. Let me start reading them. 1, 2, I wrote 5 notes to myself. And I think I wrote a note about this that I want to like implement. The point is, I think there's some work to do to improve how this thing converts the PDF form into the Chatfield model. A commenter in the last stream mentioned this, which is true, that prompting would help here, and that's right. Oh, is it editing my code? It's editing that server. Only if you select EIN. Hint description. And boy, using these PDFs, it really makes me think like the hint needs, there should be 2 kinds of hints. There should be hints for like humans and hints for, there should be hints for Bob and hints for Alice. There should be like just a hint for Alice. Whoops, sorry. Typo. Okay. What did you do? You updated forms. Yeah, let's go read it. It's okay, but it's not great. Let's go read it. Chatfield.md. So this is Chatfield. Optional fields, non-choice. So don't mention this thing that it doesn't have. For non-choice fields that should be optional. Now this is under Chatfield. I think none of this matters in Chatfield. Yeah. I know what I'm going to do. Don't save. I'm going to make it updated. Okay, great. Next change is I think Chatfield.md should must be exclusively about how to use the API. It is a crash course on every API like feature and no more. The judgment call about optional fields should be in fields.md. Okay, let's just make it move it. So forms.md, handling optional forms. Oh, look, it's literally it's literally describe it as optional. All right, let's see what it does. Perfect. Now Chatfield is a clean API reference that just states the facts. Please audit chatfield.md and tell me anything out of scope for being that clean API reference, perhaps with some key important examples. So 94,000 tokens. Let's see. Wait, what? Did it just go down? 93? What? No. Okay. Yeah, it was 94051. I see my stream over here lagging. It went down. The tokens just went down. 94. Yeah, the tokens just went down. I just have it on video. Okay. All right. The token count, at least, whatever this is, went down. Okay. Out of scope. Here's my audit. Best practices. This entire section is guidance and judgment call. Clear descriptions, advice, add validation, advice, helpful hints, advice. Order fields logically, advice, recommendation. Yeah. This is how to use it well, not what the API does. Keep the API facts. Validation issues. Adjust must specificity. What is Chatfield marketing pitch? Trim it. Could just say Chatfield library for collecting structured data through LLM. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Let's make it say for collecting structured form-like data through LLM conversations, right? Okay, 3. So then what is this? Oh, I see. So that's response 3, I see. What's response 2 and what's response 1? I don't know. Okay, number 1. Here's my audit. Best practice. Remove. So let's go read those best practices. What is it talking about? Best. Oh, Chatfield.md. Best practices. Yeah, we should pull best practices. What is it? Chatfield.md. All right, and then number 2, troubleshooting partial, trim it. Remove the validation issues. So wait, troubleshooting? Yes. Oh, troubleshooting, here it is. Validation issues, adjust, must, or reject specificity. LLM handles validation. Yes, very good. Okay. Make it a pure crash course. Cool. Wonderful. Perfect. So yeah, we just had a huge conversation to cut out like 10 lines of text. I don't know. All right. So I think we've tidied up. So Chatfield MD is a little bit cleaner. Let's go read. So I love a nice red diff. There it is. Lots of red. What else? One little line here. Note, there is no optional method. Choice fields. Oh, no, we're taking that out. We don't want that. We're taking that out. Okay, now it's all red. Red. Red, yes. We're taking it all. Save. Titan reference. Okay, perfect. Now, what is this? Converting PDF forms.md. What? Under Claude? Oh yeah, didn't I make this? Converting PDF forms. Converting PDFs into Chatfield. What? I don't even want this file. What the heck is this? Claude slash converting. Shoo. What is this? I don't even know if I want this. Layout versus logic. Okay, let's just take it. I don't want to get sidetracked. So we're converting whatever. We're tidying up. Any other documentation? No. It's only this. Let's just take out that optional stuff again. Oh, I can't. Whatever, whatever. Documentation. Whatever, we'll keep it. I don't want to go back. I don't care. Okay, so let's get into it. So the interview, this is the interview object. Oh no, this is the, oh yeah, this is a server interview object. Yep. Form W9 interview. You know what I kind of want to do? Yeah, I know exactly what I want to do. This underscore main is bad. Revert that out. I think I know what I want to do. It's not this. Okay, let's just do this. Let's go do this. So we'll say this. Chatfield Python server. Oops, Chatfield slash server. So what? Okay. Copy interview. Whatever. So get checkout. So we'll get the real one back. And the reason is interview definition. This file defines the interview structure using the Chatfield Builder API. Using the Chatfield Builder API. The server runs this interview. When using the PDF skill, Claude Code will edit this file. Perfect. I know. We'll edit this file in the allowed editable zone below to define the interview structure. Whoa, set text width equals 80. GQ, there we go. Okay, to define the interview structure for the PDF form. The builder pattern below is replaced, matching, yes, perfect. Let's do this. Define the interview structure. Interview, like, will be automatically replaced by Claude Code. Right, when filling PDFs. Via the PDF skill. Okay. I think, let's not do that. I think we're going to do this. Begin Claude Code PDF, begin PDF skill edit zone, right? Something like that. And then of course end, right? And then we'll just put that there. Edit zone, right? Editable zone. Define the interview structure. This interview, I think that's fine. So we go Chatfield dot type right? Dot description. Oh, right. Dot Alice. Dot, what is it? Type. Right. Dot Bob. Right. This Alice. Oh, I see. Description. This form description will be replaced. Something like that, right? Dot Alice, dot Bob, dot field, dot build. Okay. Something like that, right? Oh, dot field, dot description. Whoops. Whatever. These field descriptions. This field, whatever. Okay. I don't know if that helps or not, but whatever. Okay, so this begin. Really? Okay. This begin line, I'm going to take that. Okay, interview definition for the Chatfield server. This file defines the interview. Important. When using the PDF skill, Claude Code will edit this file in the allowed editable zone, right? Below. To define the interview. Right. The builder pattern below is... Yeah. Yeah. It's PDF form. Okay. I think that's good. I think that's cool. I'm not sure if I like this, but that's okay. Okay, so that's that. And then the point is then to edit the, Claude skill, what is it? Dot Claude skills PDF forms. So then what is that? Interview.py. Okay. Using server. Edit the software project. Let's start at the top. Fine. Next, define that form as a Chatfield by editing and rewriting the builder definition, right? Edit. Okay. Define that form as a Chatfield interview object by editing interview.py. Here's the point. Read temp /out2. Right. Interview.py. Define the interview object to be identical to the form definition. From basename.form.py within the begin and end lines. Within the editable zone. Begin and end markers, right? Yeah. Fine. For example, and then here it is. Interview equals chatfield.type.description.alice.field. Totally. Right. Okay. Totally. Perfect. Okay. Get diff. Dot. Okay. Define that form. Defining the interview to be identical. Whatever. I think that'll work. For example, Oop. Messed up my terminal. Come here, terminal. Okay. So these optional fields, I still don't like these dot optional. Okay, vim dot optional. I don't want to call dot optional. Describe handling optional fields. Chat form fields are all chat form fields optional by default, unless in general chat form fields are optional. In general, chat form fields, I know what I'm saying. No. All chat form fields must all chat form fields must contain a string value. I know what I'm trying to say. All chat form fields are mandatory. However, they, by default, they may contain an empty string value, making them like all chat form fields. Actually, this is important. In fact, I'm going to take this and like move it into Claude Code. Copy that. Okay, make one more edit. Like update and edit for all documentation and especially Claude Code PDF skill. It is conceptual about like mandatory and optional values, right? Okay, so it's like this. Oh, let's do Control G. Okay, all chat form fields are mandatory, right? Meaning they are null, are mandatory. None means they are not yet defined. For a form to be done, all fields must be not none, right? In this sense, they all fields are mandatory to complete a form, an interview, right? However, in general, fields may contain an empty string value. An empty string value, which represents an empty string value. Because the reason is the distinct, I think I'll say that this is an important distinction between a field not yet like discussed versus a field the human explicitly like implies, says or implies they wish to leave blank, right? Okay. However, in general, fields may contain an empty string value or any other value, an application or any other string value, an application considers, you know, like empty or left blank, right? So in this sense, right? In this sense, come here. Typical chat fields are optional. This is an important distinction, right? Typical chat field values are like optional, or at least like typical chat field values are optional, or what am I trying to say? Unvalidated is fine, right? Okay. So this is an important distinction between a field not yet discussed versus a field the human says or implies they wish to leave blank, right? By default. Okay. So then, when a paper form says a field is optional, that should imply, some exceptions for truly are the cardinality, or what is it, as one, those needing, or those with a dot as one, or what is it, dot as, is it I can never remember. Let's view the README. Dot as multi. One or more. Yeah, as multi. Okay, as multi. Those with as multi, or those with validation rules requiring certain valid values, right? Requiring, yeah, some non-empty value, right? Perfect. Okay, and then what am I trying to say? So for the PDF skill, important part of like translating a PDF form with an with an optional field is to be like careful not to provide a strict validation rule, and otherwise, let's do two things. Let's not say an important part. Let's say the correct process of translating a PDF form with an optional field is, one, be careful not to provide a strict validation rule, right? Two, use .hint, right? Like clarify in .hint that the rule, is it hint or description? Let's do description. Is optional. And then number 3, what was I going to say? Like ensure that the interview .alice ensure that the data definition, right? Provide a .trait for Alice in the data definition. I'll say ensure that the .alice section of the interview contains a dot trait. What am I trying to say? Give Alice a trait of, what am I, like helping? Give Alice a trait of, let's just make it explicit. I don't know if this is perfect, but I'll give Alice a trait of helping, what am I trying to say? Like what I'm trying to say is Alice should have a trait of like, what am I trying to say? Saving, recording, recording optional fields. Optional of recording optional fields as, let's try this. The empty string upon explicit or implicit direction from Bob, right? Upon explicit or implicit direction from Bob. That's the point. Let's try that. This is actually something that kind of should be documented. What is the difference between, and I remember this goes way back when I was first defining Chatfield. I was saying, wait a second, all fields are mandatory as a data model. None is bad. None in this data model is like undefined in JavaScript. Undefined is distinct from null in a lot of languages. Perl. And so undefined means it's not even known, and then null means yes, it is known to be like a null value. And so in Python, you can say like if there's some, they don't quite have that, but you can have this distinction. You can check if a key is in a dictionary, which is kind of what that is. So let's see what it's changing. Handling optional fields. Understanding mandatory versus optional in Chatfield. This is still the converting PDF forms. I don't really care. In fact, I'm going to get rid of this whole converting PDF forms. I don't know what's the point. Avoid strict validation on optional fields. Don't use .must rules. Complete example. The note section was removed. Yeah, thank you. So this is Chatfield. Okay, 0 or 1 optional. Require selection. Can be left blank. Can be left blank. I see. Must select 1. Okay, cool. So you've updated everything? Okay. Let's go read it. Next. Audit the .claude / hey, what is it? @ Claude / converting PDF forms. Is anything useful in there which is not in the PDF .claude / skills / PDF? Okay. Note, do not make edits. Just tell me what you find. Okay. Okay, so while it's doing that, let's go see what's changed. Chatfield.md changed. Okay, oops, let's bring it back to the editor. Yep, here we are. Let's get out of here. Okay, what's changed? Chatfield.md's changed. Important. All fields are mandatory. Come here, come back. Note, there is no optional method. For non-choice fields, optionality is communicating through description. let's say, stop telling it about the dot optional call. You're driving me crazy. For optional fields, oh, choice cardinality. For non-choice fields, for optional non-choice fields, optionality is communicated. Okay, whatever. We'll take it. And then what else? Important. All fields are mandatory to populate. Must be none for interview to be done. Yeah, totally. But field content can be empty strings. Totally. Not yet discussed versus explicitly left blank. Yes, perfect. Perfect. We'll keep that. That's good. Next. Okay, and then this was his as one changes it made. I think these are somewhat subtle. I'm just going to take them all. Let's just take them all. Okay, so that's the Chatfield documentation. Interview. That's different. Interview.py. And I changed this file. That's fine. Okay, so the only change is the forms. Next, define that form as Chatfield interview object by editing. That's my changes. I like that. And then did it change anything else? Here we are, optional fields, critical distinction. So this is in forms. Perfect. Exceptions, truly mandatory. Handling optional PDF form fields. Don't use .must rules that would fail on empty strings. Totally. Yes, exactly. Good. Allows empty values. Yeah, or you could even say, good, allows empty. No. We'll get. You could have a validation rule that says it must either be the empty string or two characters. Like it must not be one character in that example, but let's keep going. That's silly. Now what? Describes optional. Yes. Fine. Form assistant. Records optional fields as empty string when the user indicates, right? Or implies no answer. No. Perfect. What else? Next, define that. Okay, so that's me again. So we'll go down. So we'll save all this and we'll add all this. That's awesome. Okay. Improved, like optional field prompting. Okay. And now in my forms, so something else changed here. This is, right, this is like the coding. Oh, and also I'm going to check that in with the, oh, I remember. The point was, nope, not this file, this file. Editable zone, and then all of this we're taking. Boom. And all of this, yes. So that'll be, so hopefully it'll only make edits in this area now. I'm sick of it. In fact, it's almost like this, right? Yeah. It's like this. Yeah, actually, that's even better. That's even better. We end it. It literally can only define the types. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. So that's the editable zone. Okay. Clarify coding to do for the PDF skill. I don't know if that's a good comment, but whatever. Okay, now let's go read this interview.pdf nonsense. Scan PDFs. Okay, where's the answer? Number 1. Consider skills. PDF fields may have tooltip text excellent source for hints. JavaScript validation extract. Some PDFs have JavaScript validation. Really? Layout versus logic philosophy. Ignore layout. What? PDF specific challenge. Tables are for layout. Focus on. Excuse me? Advanced pattern. Specific complicating guidance. Not using skills. Repeat a second. No. Tips for natural. I don't see anything good. Actual Py PDF code snippet. None of this is good. Recommendations. Key considerations. Advanced patterns. Contain valuable conceptual guidance. Key considerations. I think the only thing I want is this tooltips and JavaScript stuff. I think the only thing. What about JavaScript? I only provided the auto report without making edits. No, none of this is useful. This is all bad. This is all bad. Now, if there's JavaScript, though, this language model could read that JavaScript and definitely use that to influence the validation. Some PDFs, is this really true? Is that true? If so, and then what is it saying? Tooltips. PDFs may have tooltips. Oh, actual tooltips. Okay. PDF reader. Look at that. Oh, that's printing it. Did it create this file? Yeah, it just created this random. Oh no, Python-C, wonderful. Python-C, yeah, wonderful. Did it work? Let's see what it says. Users asking PDFs. So this tooltip thing, okay, tooltips in JavaScript, let's see. JavaScript actions found. Awesome. Oh, this is super awesome. We definitely want this in Chatfield. This is super. No. No. Interesting. There is JavaScript. It looks like version checking code. Oh, okay. Decompressed JavaScript content. This is awesome. JS content.decode. So this is like little JSON objects, little JavaScript objects. Version check. That looks relevant. Pike PDF. You can pip install if you need. Pip install it. Was it Pike? Let's go get it. What's this? I have an alarm? All right, 1 more hour. Let's see what we can get done in 1 more hour. Okay, document. Get OC, what? Methods containing JavaScript. As the user suggested. Actually, let me install Pike PDF. Okay. Type of. Okay. If. Oh, yeah. I see some if statements. This is great. I found the JavaScript. Yeah, just show me the JavaScript. All I want to know is yes or no. No JavaScript on individual form fields. Oh, okay. Okay. It's not validation. It's version checking. Okay, cool. Over to display XFA forms. Okay. 3 JavaScript entries. Error messages, minimum required, no field level validation. I've never heard of that. I'm sure you could do it. I don't know if that's common though. Let's keep going because I want to move down to lower common denominators. And so JavaScript is fine. Okay, so then otherwise, okay, now tell me about the tooltips. Okay, in that case, let's focus on tooltips. Answer me, does the Claude Code skills mention like actual PDF tooltips as something to consider when building the Chatfield object? In fact, it's not answer. Yeah, whatever. And then I think we're running out of window, right? How long's the window? These are Claude Code skills. Yes, mention PDF tooltips as something to consider. Content. Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. So yeah, definitely update that. This is a gap, right? Converting PDF mentions. Right, okay. Update forms, it explains how to like, and especially convert from PDF to Chatfield, and make sure the problem is, so check the code that generates the .form.json. Does it need to find tooltips somehow and include them in its output? It should know that. Okay, wonderful. So what is it saying? The extractor does not extract tooltips. It doesn't have tooltips anyway. Extracts field ID, page type, rectangle, and type. Yes, it does. Okay, perfect. Okay, so exactly. Here is what we need. The extract code should include, 0 or more tooltips in its output. Forms.md should clarify that, should show correct examples and should clarify that tooltips broadly should be .hint. Tooltips typically being like, human user guidance usually should become .hint calls, right? And then what else? That's about it. Yep, that's about it. Good. So there's an explicit tooltip. If there's an explicit tooltip in the form, we're going to pull that out. /tu/tu. Yes. Good. Okay. Yep. Okay. Tooltip text. Okay, wonderful. User-facing guidance. Now add the documentation to these tooltips. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to delete this. Get rm ... Claude converting PDF. I don't want that. It's gone. Let's just check that in. What is it, 9:09? Okay, we gotta get this stuff start running. Showing if the foreigner field ID SSN tooltip is enter 9-digit SSN, then enter 9-digit. Okay. Oh, in fact, I almost say, can we do one more thing? Instead of the string literally copying to the hint, let's prefix it them as tooltip : Let's not lose that tooltip source. That's useful. It's a language model. You got to tell the language model it's a tooltip. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. So now what? Forms.md. Good. Tooltip stuff. Are we good? Yeah. Okay, tooltips. Whoops. Is it good? Hope nothing else changes. So then, and then the scripts changed. So that's kind of cheeky. We would need to push that upstream. We would need to send a pull request because the tooltips are not extracted as far as I know. I haven't read this code very thoroughly. Oh, and in fact, push D source skills. Let's do get pull fetch upstream. Nothing. Okay. So no change to the skills. Oh, someone says hi. Hardik. Hardik says hi. Hello. I'm building software that will do like a form, a web form, or today I'm doing PDF forms, but it will chat with you like a AI LLM instead of graphical UI. It's a conversation UI. Okay, perfect. We're done. So what's changed? So I guess we'll check in the scripts as well. Let's do it now. Yeah. Okay, output any tooltip or any field. Okay, so there's the tooltips output. And then the interview.py changed. Check that it is not none. Wait, what? Return all. Oh yeah, that's my code, right? So now I want to genuinely, now that I've done all that work, I can genuinely do, here we are in the server, server.cli. Basically, yeah. Let's do this. This is kind of crazy. Let's do this, yeah. .m-f. Let's just kind of do it from the project root or whatever. Server.cli. Right. So here we are. Oh, nice. It's one port number off. Perfect. There we are. So here's some debug logs. Now, wait a second. It should pull in. Oh, I changed the. Oh, good. Good. So I changed the. Let's actually go check the. I should have a. There it is, the Langsmith trace. I should have a Langsmith trace. Come on, Schwartz. This was not working for ages, but I think it's working again. Yes, it is. Well, I could see why. I think I might know. Confidential information. Oh, you know what'd be interesting? There's 0. That's fine. I can understand how this thing. Okay, so that's chat OpenAI 4.0. Okay. So that's definitely 4.0. Update. This will be replaced. Okay, wonderful. So then the only problem is interview.p. So then we want, where are we? Them interview.py underscore. Let's just go get this code here. Line 1, line 2, line 3. Ooh, this is like not gonna work, right? I don't know if that's gonna work, but that's okay. So we'll copy that code and we'll edit the real interview.py and we'll just paste it here. And then under end, we stop here. That's how it would have done it. Let's just try that. CLI. Yep. Okay. So then it should say, all right, we're doing good. Good. Legal name. Now, there was Python. So I had in the PDF examples, I had my answers, fw9.answers.txt. So if I paste this in, look, let's do this. Let's copy and say boom. So I should see a bunch of values set. Yep, here they go. State. I've recorded your information. Could you please let me know EIN, SSN? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Confirm whether SSN. Okay, so when I say SSN, it stores it. Perfect. But now this is like not the form, so thank you for confirming. Could you please provide the date of... Yes. Yeah, I think I'm going to write another note. Like, helps convert, like not... For format. Perfect, okay. November 5th, 1955, right? You convert it. Yes. Is the form? Yes. Oh, yes. 2025. Confirm. Oh my God. It's so like, I don't know what's causing it to do this, but I think that's prompting. Have you been currently subject? No. Okay. If there's anything else. Okay. So here's the bug. It's not done. Here's the bug. Right? It looks like we've covered most of them. There are a few optional fields. Oh. Whether you have any foreign partners, all or none. Let's see if that fixes it. It should go set, exit. It did not. Okay. So I think there's some prompting to fix. I don't know if this is a bug. Store empty string for all remaining values, right? Let's see if that does it. It did. None. Look, it passed a none in here. Ooh, maybe that's the real bug. Right, because none is... I think I might have found the bug. Let's go look at the trace. None is a valid... So now that the... Let's go find that trace. Now that the schema is working, the thing about the schema is because in other circumstances it would pass none. It would pass none. Some language models were passing none. They would set field A, and then they would rather than not pass field B at all, it would pass field B equals none. So I had to kind of ignore it. So then this update interview, if you go look, whoa. Did it run it at all? Did any of these run? Turn 12. Yeah, look. Update. No. Here. It's going to be in here. Yes. The update interview called. So here's the schema. And it's saying either this massive dictionary or properties value. That's it. It's just got a value set. Or you can pass null. Business name, disregard entity name. So I record valid information shared by the user. Uh-oh, that's bad. About the thing. Huh. Let's go read that code real quick. That will be in the interviewer. Interviewer, not in the server, but in the real chat field. Record valid shared by the... Is it Bob role name? Is that a function? No, it's a property. Okay. Oh, has Bob been defined? Let's go read. Maybe Bob was not defined. Interview.py. Right, let's close that. Let's just read it. So in the server's interview object, right? Field name. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. Let's make it redo the whole thing. We're ready to redo the whole thing. I think a lot of this is wrong. I don't want any of this anymore. And it should have these crazy field names, not tax classification. Let's just do it again. So this interview.py can go. We're done with that. Let's make it redo. Yeah, get checkout Python / Chatfield / servers interview. So that's fine. Close it, close it. So the server interview now is just going to be the boilerplate, yes. Let's just really quickly go in. For the PDF skill, it should always have a .alice and .type and a .bob with a .bob, even if it only says person, right, person completing. You know, base name, right? Completing base name. Alice should always, additionally, with a .trait of speaks like colloquially and plainly needs help, like format, right? Speaks colloquially and plainly. Okay, yeah, let's just do it. It should always have Alice and type and a Bob.type, even if it says Bob must have a trait, something like this, and Alice must have a trait of, this is it, converts strict form and field formatting rules into plain language, and converts plain language into the strict and converts plain language into the like valid form data. Converts strict form and field full. Right, uses plain language asking about strict form. Uses plain language when asking questions rather than strict form, rather than strict field format rules. And converts from received plain language into the valid form data. All right, so that's the prompting. So I can cross it off my little to-dos here. Change pen colors. Check. Okay. Now, I wrote some other notes. What is this? Dull something, possible traits. I think I may be doing that. Use description to recommend rolling up fields. Right. Okay, I know. I know what I'm trying to say. Next, isn't there a like second pass in the PDF skill where Claude Code may like improve the form definition? If so, I recommend to use DSC to roll up related fields into one question. Example, SSN, prefix, middle, and suffix. Or a birthday, a DOB is a year, month, day. Let's try hint. Next, isn't there a second pass? If so, recommend to use .hint to roll up related fields. .hint. Example, each field has .hint. Can ask, you know, like a broader or more human version. Can ask, you know, for a date. Can ask for a date. Hint. Ask for a hint. Ask for a date, or ask for, then populate this field accordingly. It's okay to ask for the SSN, then populate this field accordingly. This sub, right. or .hint, ask for a date of birth, each field has the same, a call to, all right, let's do that. So now we're finally getting into kind of prompting. So that was a note I wrote, is to use the description. I'm changing it to hint. I'm really excited. I think .hint is really awesome. And I may want to expand it out. There's like, as I see it, there's sort of like guidance for Alice. There's like tooltips, which is kind of explicit. It's kind of more, and then there may even be a third category that's like guidance for Alice to guide Bob. There's like a double click, I would say, at work, or there's like a deeper information that's like, if you want to dig into this, if you ask a question, like tell me about whatever, that it's like a really lightweight rag kind of thing where Alice can say, well, here's some more information. It's like a long description versus a short description almost concept. Whereas tooltip is like a tooltip, you know, comes from visual language, obviously graphical user interface, at least in the mainstream. Mm-hmm. Whoa, non-fillable? Updated forms. Step 3. Non-fillable. Step 5. Okay, let's go read that. So if I kill it, look what happened. Look, business name is none. So that is a bug. That is a bug, yeah. And then it passed in LLE tax classification. It passed a none. Oh, look, it passed all 3. It passed them with a none. But that's bad. So what I could do is just try changing the schema. I mean, the problem was, I think the problem was, if I don't, I think I remember the problem was, see, name, here's just the name, right? About the, record valid information about the, what is that? Oh, right. So name, I mean, I just don't think it's following the schema. So, where's like required, exempt, exist, state, zip code, account number, SSN, EIN? Where's the subject to withholding? Are any of these mandatory though? I think they, see here it says required value. I think the idea is they are, although in the method call, in the tool call on GPT-4, I think it is not passing them. Let's go read it. Here it is. Update interview. Oh, so here was the big one. And then look, these business names are null. I think there's some prompting to go into here. And I don't know where. I think it's record valid information, name. Look, description, name of entity or individual as shown on the tax return. Where do I prompt it to say, you know, like the, so here's the system prompt, right? Where do I prompt it to say null values mean, see, this is awesome, as Boolean. Null values, I think maybe system prompt. Yeah. Okay, next. This null versus empty string distinction is also causing a bug where the LLM will interpret no answer a user, skip that one, to a call with a null value instead of, value. Instead of value. I think we need improved prompting. To call a tool to set that field to a null value. Unfortunately, null must be allowed because some LMs cannot omit fields. So null is the same as not passing the field, right? Okay. I think we need improved prompting both in this system prompt, as short and dense as possible to make things clear. And where else? Oh, possibly the schema definitions, which are generated from the interview object in, what is it, Python / Chatfield / interviewer.py. Let's try that. And let's see if it can find my system prompt. Oh, have I been off camera this whole time? Let's check audio. I hope something's working. I always do that. I always go off camera and then forget. That's okay. That means I'm relaxed. Good. We're good. Yes. Make field definition more carefully, more closely. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yes. Forcefully, like be very clear and explicit in the schema definition, especially. Null means the user feedback was no answer. Null means to no op that field for now, right? Oh, it's compacting. What is it, 150,000? Okay. It's compacting. Oh, well. Could I just start it over? Nah, let's just let it compact and go. I don't know. So 150. Why did it not tell me this? I'm annoyed. Okay, whatever. Okay, so it found all that. It's doing all that. I think this is good. Right. Yeah, something about the system prompt. Let's let it go. I want a short update to the system prompt. Non-fillable form? So what did it say? Required configuration. Alice and Bob, whatever. Okay. Okay. Let's just add that in. Who cares? And then what else changed in the Claude skill? Okay. Next, define. Required. Always configure Alice and Bob roles with these traits. Alice uses plain language when asking questions, converts responses to valid form data. Bob speaks colloquially and needs help converting language to form format. Yeah. For example, trait uses plain language when asking questions rather than yes. Converts receive yes. Person completing W9. Yep, perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect. Require configuration. And then what is this? Fully customizable. You should enhance it to provide better. Always configure with else type plus the traits shown above. Okay. It's a little redundant. It's a little redundant, but let's keep going. Roll up related fields. When a PDF splits one logical value into multiple. I don't think this is going to consume tons of like Claude Code context window, so I'm not too worried at the moment. Yeah, when a PDF splits one logical value into multiple fields, example, SSN, DOB. First field description. Hint, ask for the full SSN and then populate this field. Yeah. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Look, it interpreted. This is great. Okay, good. Additional traits. Additional traits. Add context to the traits. Okay. Now what? Example. Trait, use plain language. Trait. Converts professional and accurate. Records optional fields as empty string when the user indicates. I think, whatever. Yeah, it could be a trait as well, but you don't want it to be a trait. Traits are optional. What is all this? Test suite? Okay. If the tests fail, just halt and let me know your theory. Oh my God. We just have massive Flickr problems. Great, the tests are passing. Okay. Natural value, the most typical. Ooh, if it made some unit tests. What happened? No. Okay, so that's non-fillable forms. Git add .claude. Let's just do both. Like defaults for. I mean, this is kind of awesome. The chat in my last stream got into this. The point is, Alice. That's not really a good example here. In persona customization, the reason I like this, I mean, basically, among other things, this big data definition just becomes a more clear, explicit LLM prompt, right? It basically says, hey, you are the senior technical interviewer and you behave in a couple of ways and you're speaking to a software architect who also has a couple, like that's what it's doing among other things. For Alice and Bob, I think literally nothing else happens after that. It's purely system prompt. And then of course these fields have like, they have to be stored and retrieved and there's validation and stuff. But, and so I think a Chrome extension, which helps you complete forms on the web or something where it's doing voice for sure. I think these would have to have different, different kind of system prompts ultimately. And I think this framework is going to be pretty good. I mean, it basically is bullet points like, who are you? And it's just like, who are you? And this is like, how do you behave or whatever. Or this is like overview and these are details, whatever you want to think about the traits. I think it should be sufficient. I mean, that's the whole point is this mental model is like Grand Central Station for everybody. The mental model helps, connect to web applications because HTML forms fit this mental model. It also helps connect to PDF applications because PDF forms and the general concept of paper forms with little, labels, a little bit of text, and then a little place for me to write. Like that concept also fits. And in a language model, having learned a lot of HTML and React code, like I think it knows like JavaScript validation and things like this for web forms. So that's like LLMs coming to Grand Central Station, right? The idea is forms. That's why I'm not embarrassed to say forms, even though it sounds like a really boring, nerdy thing to geek out on. It's this conceptual like simplicity and conceptual universality that I'm like guessing is valuable. Like this is the sort of software we have to develop, is software that like taps into the deep training and the deep, like ultimately just the correct behavior of these LLMs. That's what it's all about. Okay, so that should be down. Good. Lang Smith, we can close it. Okay, so where are we? This thing finished compacting and going? No. So what did the prompts change? Okay. Okay, there's a massive paragraph. When recording field values, use these semantics precisely. Empty string means the Bob role name provided no answer. Empty string. Right. Let's edit that. I don't know. That's okay. Should it be at the top level though? Tidy. You must always protect your content. So at the very top, you are conversational. Okay, and then there's a level 1, and then there's recording field values. I think I'm going to move it above protecting the data. Any counters? Oh yeah, my right. Because I could change the system prompt also. I could cut out all this confidentiality stuff. Okay, let's just do it this way. Recording field values. When recording, right, record field values as soon as you obtain valid information. Record field values as soon as you obtain valid information. Record and update. Record and also re-record. Right, record and update field values as soon as you receive new valid information. When recording field values, use these semantics precisely. Null means not yet defined, not yet discussed. No op, this, no op, the field for now, right? Null means not yet defined, not yet discussed. Not yet defined, not yet discussed. No op this field for now, right? Right. No op this field for now. Empty string, any string, right? Empty string, any string, such as, oh, let's just say that actually. Empty string means Bob provided, right, means Bob explicitly. Empty string means the Bob. What's going on? Oops, log. Empty string, or implicitly specified no answer. Explicitly or implicitly says or indicates there is no should be no answer. Right. Example. Skip that. And then the big one is skip that, leave it blank, NA. Yeah, none. Or I'm going to add it to this prompt. Who cares? I have given you, yeah, skip all, or should be no answer. What should I say? Record and update field values as soon as you receive them. When recording field values, use these semantics precisely. Now, am I supposed to, how do I do bullet lists in my own language? I think I do spaces, right? Am I crazy? Do I not have any lists? Whatever. Just gonna say, oh look, bullets. Yeah, so I think I have 4 spaces for bullets. Bullet this, I think that's right. Null means not yet defined, not yet discussed. No op this field for now. Empty string means empty string means Bob, the Bob, says or indicates there should be no answer. Example, skip that, none. And then I guess I'll say always use for fields the Bob explicitly wants to skip or leave blank. Often when wrapping up, what am I trying to say? The point is like it's the difference between enough and done. Oh, I could write wants to skip or leave blank often when, but the thing is enough like explicitly wants to leave. Often this happens when, what am I trying to say? Let's do it this way. Often this happens when, always use double quote for fields explicitly wants to skip or leave blank. Often this happens when, what am I trying to say? Oh, mandatory fields are complete and the Bob asks to wrap up, right? And then I guess that's fine. Let's just do empty string. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, because this is a system prompt, so I'm slightly annoyed that I'm changing my system prompt. Although I don't know how I feel. Maybe I'll sleep on it because I think this is all like valid work if we're saying, hey, Chatfield is not about web applications. It's about the general concept of collecting information from people. And so, for example, PDF forms falls under there as well. So it's web and PDF, in other words. And so I think this kind of works. Furthermore, I haven't really tested completing web forms much either. So I think this is kind of on the right track. And I think my bug, I'm not doing TDD, but because I'm kind of exploring, but I think this may fix the bug. I may be able to write a failing unit test. Empty string. I'm almost certain I could write a failing unit test. It's all about not recording empty string. In fact, that is exactly the comment that the commenter said was, it's probably not, I think they said like, tell it. They said just tell it to record it. But then I think there's also an issue where the LLM is returning null, either because it's ambiguous and I haven't prompted, which I'm trying to improve, or I think the LLMs can kind of disobey that that schema from time to time. I think that also can happen. All right. Are complete, and the Bob asks to wrap up. Often, right, when mandatory fields are complete, asks to wrap up. I should even say, like, I would love to prompt in. Oh, let's do this. Instead of system prompt, let's do a quick trait. Okay, so we have to do a couple things. TypeScript schema. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you doing? What are you talking about? TypeScript schema? Calm down. It's 9:50. Don't get into TypeScript. Fix null versus empty string. The element is incorrectly interpreting by setting it to null totally. Fixed. Yeah. Oh, TypeScript fixed also. Okay. Always use blank. Always use empty string for fields. For field values. Which the Bob explicitly wants to skip or leave blank. Often this happens when mandatory fields are complete and the Bob asks to wrap up, implying, right, the all should be set as empty, right? Okay, whatever. I've got unit tests, I've got evals. I don't mind modifying my system prompt. Okay, so that would be the change to the system prompt. Python/Chatfield. Oh, and then there was also changes, right? Check that the value is not none. And if it's a dict message value, no, that's my own code. What else changed here? Oh, let's go read that interviewer.py. I'm just going to pull this interview.py code out. I don't want any of that. Is valid. I don't think any of that's right. All of that. We're just pulling all that out. Gone. So then in Python, I had this change. Let's go read it. The system prompt changed. Yep. Yikes. Okay. And then what changed? Here. Natural value. The most typical representation. Aha. So it appended it here. Use empty. No. Null if not yet discussed. Right. Use empty if user wants to. If user like asks. Yeah, wants to skip/leave blank. Null if not yet discussed. Okay, that's good enough. I like that. So we improve that prompt there. And is that it? That's fine. We'll take that one change. Because the problem is I don't know how well the LLM is going to obey that, and I don't know how well all the LLMs across all the vendors are going to obey that. I don't trust it. Okay, but then let's also change the system prompt for sure. Whoa. Would you like... Wait, nope, cancel. I want that. Go. And then over in the interviewer... Oh! It's just in TypeScript as well. Let's just take that and let's just say whatever. So let me redo that. If I open up a TypeScript file, if I open up a Python, okay, good. Yeah, get redo head. So this XXX can go there. Fix, done. Okay. Log. So now that hinting, get show is paste thing. It's on both files. Stat. Okay. Wonderful. Better hinting. Yeah, like that. Okay. Awesome. If user wants to skip. Yeah, perfect. Okay, good. So then I've also changed my system prompt. So we could just try it. Let's just try it. Clear it out. Let's just go to help me complete the Python/example/PDF. Let's try this. Let's be bold. Nope. Examples, PDF. Let's be slightly bold. Move fw9 dot done. Let's just delete that. Move fw9 dot. Now let's be bold. Form and dot values. Let's just remove them. Okay. So we fw9 dot star. We've got answers and we've got the PDF. So let's go. Come on, Schwartz, all that work. It's another day of just Claude Code skills. I definitely, I'm not worried because it's a whole new thing that we're doing here. These massive markdown files for, well, they're not massive, but these markdown, they're kind of, they're complex. It's like code for these language models. 50 tokens. Come on, let's go. There we go. All right, use your skill. Thank you. Invoke the skill. Invoke the skill. Oh, and use your playwright MCP to read the fw9.answers.txt. Oh, wait. Oh, and read the answers file and use your playwright MCP to be the Bob in the interview. Right? So then if we go side by side, we should see some fun. Is fun. Oh, oops. Let's see. Something like that. Perfect. I can see 23 form fields. Let me create a to-do. Oops. Okay. How's it look? Mm-hmm. No? Answer.txt. Oh, sorry. Mm-hmm. Update the to-do list. Thank you. A lot of updating the to-do list. That's this massive core central thing. And the fact that they're showing, you know, it's almost like seeing how you can, they must have programmed it a lot to be obsessed with this to-do list. And the reason is that's got to be a huge key ingredient. Okay. Define the interview, incorporate the SSN details using roll up and including roles for Alice and Bob. Woo, very good. Roll up. I'll structure the interview to capture specific W9 form requirements with precision. Yeah, you will. Defined it in interview.py. So we should have a diff now. Chatfield/server. So that's the correct file. That's good. Good. Begin and end. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay, good. Good. W9 tax form. Alice type will be replaced. Uses plain language. Cool. Lots of traits. That's good. Person completing the W9. Yes. Speaks colloquially and plainly. Good. It all stuck from the prompt. So this should be better. So is it running? Okay, so server's running. No hands. Hey there, let's do your W9 form. And of course, this web UI is a placeholder. Like I know in practical terms, I've converted a PDF form to a web form, and there's like real tools that do this, I think, well. I don't know what kind of LLM tools exactly, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's, whoa. It just stuck the entire text in there. Okay. That's not great, but whatever. Great, I've recorded your information. Here's a summary. Good, I've submitted the response. Sleep 8? What? Why are you sleeping? Why are you sleeping? What's that sleep 8? Get page by role. Oh, that's playwright. That's fine. Why are you sleeping? Okay. Good, the bug is still here. So I think there's a bug. Whoa. Still a bug where underscore done is not. Oh. Yeah. Done is true. Or underscore done has a bug. Just kill the server. You should see it pretty print. And anything none should probably have been set by now. So underscore done returns true because it is just a all test for not none, right? I noticed the conversation is wrapping up, but we have 23 fields defined. Yeah, here we are. Is this the pretty print? Where's the pretty print? That's fine. I'll let it summarize it to me, and then I'll wrap up for the day. That's fine. That bug is like a prompting bug. At least I learned that since yesterday. So that's fine. I don't mind it being a little bit of a difficult bug, or I don't mind it taking a couple of iterations to solve. But did it kill it correctly? Looking at the debug logs. Oh, it pulled the debug logs out again because the server didn't print correctly. Okay. Well, while it's doing that, let me try to run the server. And then if I reload, yeah. So then let's just try putting in my answers, huh? Yeah, here. Look, let's do this. Let's skip the legal name. Copy. And so then that way it can ask me. So it should store tons of input. Yes, it did. And then, oops, I'm over time. And then, full legal name, right? And then what? If it exits, that'll be bad. We're done. Right? Right. Good. That's good. This bug is relatively easy to reproduce. That's super good. So let me kill it. Kill it. None. So these are still all none. Okay, good. I can tell Claude Code about this. Okay, let's do this. Let's write up what we know about this bug as a GitHub issue to return to later. I ran. Here is a conversation I ran, and here's a conversation I ran. The server should have exited, but then I killed it and got a pretty print with should no longer be none, but still are, right? So, boom, boom. Let me just see if I can copy and paste this conversation here. Right? Paste. And then I'll say, and And then here is the pretty print, right? Control C. I think the bug is that underscore done should be evaluating true, considering the conversation, or yeah, either those fields have like bad validation rules, disallowing empty string, or the server hasn't, or the LLM, right, hasn't yet called them. Oh, or something. So let's paste that. Paste. And then I guess maybe the final thing is maybe I'll pull some. Yeah, let me just pull in the dang logs. Who cares? I'll just pull in the entire log message. Who cares? And I'll make it, paste it. Oh, yeah. Copy. Let's do it. Can I get them all? That. Yes. Copy. Paste. Go. Make that language model sweat. Okay. Balm and water. And then I'll wrap up. Let me tell someone I'm almost ready. Wait 5 more minutes. What? Oh, it's already figured it out. It's something about Booleans. This might be really awesome. This might be really cool. It might have found a real bug, something about radios or something, and something about... Cool. The issue is now tracked. Is it in here? Wonderful. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so for tomorrow's plan, let's just do tomorrow's plan, right? Everything's pushed up, right? Let's just check all that. Python. That is, we don't want that. I'll just leave it unchecked in. I'll push the commits, 14 commits. And then that can go away. Whoops, I'm going to need that again, but that's okay. Claude Code. Okay, do a wrap. Oh, no, I remember. I want to edit my plan for tomorrow. Where is that? Tomorrow plan.md. Okay. Copy all that Python work. That's fine. With that done. So we still want to move to TypeScript. But no, the top priority is like fix that underscore done bug about radio, about like checkboxes or radio. In PDF. I think this is a genuine like PDF thing. And so I don't think Chatfield has a problem, but I think if I'm writing all these prompts in glue code to convert from a PDF into a Chatfield, that prompting basically has a bug. So that's good. Fix that underscore done bug. And then copy Python work. Yep. Oh, I see. And this is, I'm supposed to write into here. That's what it is. I'll do that later. That's fine. With that done. Okay. Yeah, let's actually change the title. So let's see like robust PDF support. Robust PDF form support in Chatfield. This session I will improve like interoperability with PDF forms. Such as with PDF forms PDF form. Like, what am I trying to say? Non-web like. Let's just say checkboxes and radio. Cool. Good. So that'll be the title of the next. This is perfect. Okay, so let's wrap up /wrap up, and also mention what is this issue 70 for tomorrow's plan 2. Awesome. Let's wrap it up. Thank you. So the diary's coming. So let's see what we did. And then Chatfield. So we'll wrap up. We'll see what we did, and we'll see what tomorrow's plan is. This is going to work. 11:01. So I should see an 11:03. I believe we're cutting restart from scope. Unless you see a parent application could not do the right thing. What? 70? Is that the right ticket? Refactored server CLI. Was it not ticket 70? Yeah, ticket 70. Perfect. So it's stuck. I think it's up there. Let's go read it. I need to do a weekly somehow. But is it still not up there? Oh, here it goes. Get add, get push. Perfect. November 3rd. There it goes. Okay, so now it's up. So the 3rd. All right. Yeah, today, this is not quite accurate. It's not improving the developer experience, but I'm determined now to finish a Claude Code skill, which it's not just transcribing, and it's not a scribe. It's not just copying and populating a form, but instead it's ingesting that entire form into Chatfield, obviously, and then driving a conversation to collect all of that information in any conversational way, and then to populate the PDF form. And so a ton of the work was in, can I see? Yeah, like files changed. A ton of the work was in the prompting, the system prompts. Or not the system prompts, but the LLM prompts. Jeez. A lot of files changed. A lot of it is like this file here. Look, 141 changes. Yep. So that's awesome. Furthermore, yeah, a small change, because Chatfield kind of wants to know as much information as possible in order to have the correct conversation. If the PDFs have a tooltip metadata for their form, that flows into Chatfield now. So that's fun. And then I think that's good, because I think I'm doing a Claude Code skill at the moment, but the great thing about this markdown is this could very easily become any other prompt in any other circumstance. So there, I could imagine a proper kind of reliable PDF system potentially, which does not require Claude Code. It's just that Claude Code's doing a lot of the manual work of running it all, rather than me having to build the entire thing out. And so there's also a little bit of change, just still back to Claude Code. Meanwhile, I also want to make an MCP, I think, server for Claude Code soon, where Claude Code can. The idea is it's not about Chatfield anymore, because the Claude Code skill has to teach Claude Code the API and how to write code and how to write a data model and all this stuff. But an MCP server might not need that. You could imagine Claude Code would just send a string of what it wants, just as clearly as possible, over, and then that's converted into Chatfield on the other side. Or you can make Claude Code specify what it wants, maybe as an MCP server. Either way, then the way I would present this to Claude Code is not like it's a Chatfield thing, but it's like a user mind reader kind of tool. And anytime Claude Code needs clarification, rather than asking a question or something like that, call this thing instead. That would be the idea. And then at the moment, there's this little you open a little web UI on the back on a separate tab, kind of in the background, but that's a placeholder for all sorts of other interactions. So that's what that's going to look like. So that's what this little server is right now. That's this back channel or background chat with Chatfield is happening on this little standalone server. So that's awesome. And so then, yeah, tomorrow, there's still this bug. Let's go read this bug. I can't wait to close this bug. I think I finally zoomed in. There may be multiple reasons for the same kind of bug that _done never evaluates true when it should, or never seems to. And I think at least one of these is, yeah, like it said, there's mutually exclusive checkboxes. So this may be an example of, like, in a PDF circumstance, these mutually exclusive checkboxes. And that might be something that could be prompted in. The interview designer should use as one for mutually exclusive options instead of multiple as bool fields. Oh, that's a good one. You could also prompt it to set the as bool fields to false values. So that would be the answer to close that bug. So with that bug closed, then the interviews will actually end when they should. And so then Claude Code can say, thank you for the information about your W-9, and then we can move to more W-9s. I want to test more W-9s. In fact, let's just write that in tomorrow's plan. Right. Or sorry, not more W-9s, but more forms. Yep, perfect. Oh, maybe a foreign language form? That'd be fun. So could I take a foreign language form, like Japanese or something, and make Chatfield speak to me in English? And just get the whole thing done in English, and then just have it populate a PDF form in another language. I've already done this on the web. I know Chatfield, the LLM, it's quite trivial. It's strange what's easy and difficult. It's pretty trivial to say, oh, by the way, just speak to me in another language. And then the method calls and everything can still be, the tool calls, it works well. So that's the goal, would be other forms. I think the PDF pipeline for this W9, these checkboxes, that's what I meant before. It's not exactly like the web. They have like multiple checkboxes, and then there's a mechanism to select them to make them like a radio effect. And so that's just like, that's making Chatfield and the LLM and the tool calls kind of fail when they're trying to store it all. And so then either Chatfield or the LLMs, you could say Chatfield has a bug that the form really should be complete, but it doesn't realize that because it thinks that there are checkboxes that need to be kind of marked none or marked empty, which is silly. So with that fixed, there may be other kinds of errors like that. That's great. This is all like real world, stuff. For that matter, I don't know if that W9, at some point, I want to test this head to head against the other, against just the upstream form processor. Although I know eventually Chatfield can get to, well, not Chatfield, but using Claude Code, it's going to be easy to get to PDFs which do not have form metadata. They only have scans of the document. So that is the kind of goal with PDF. So I'm going to sign out. I'm going to push up. Everything's signed out. Yeah. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.